Hi, my name is Tom, and I used to have a perfect life. I was married to Sarah for 10 years. We had a nice house and a happy family, or at least, that's what I thought. One evening after dinner, Sarah told me something that changed everything. She said, "Tom, I want a divorce." I didn't know what to say. I felt like my world was falling apart. How could she say that? What went wrong? I thought everything was fine, but Sarah said she wasn't happy. She said we had changed. She had changed. She wanted something different in her life. I didn't understand. I didn't know how to fix it. That night, I packed a bag and moved out. I found a small apartment. I sat there, feeling lost. I had never been on my own like this. I had no idea what to do next. How do I start over? How do I live alone? A few days later, I went to a small cafe to clear my mind. I was sitting alone, staring at my coffee, when a man sat next to me. He was well dressed and looked confident. He looked like someone who had everything figured out. His name was Sam. Sam noticed that I looked sad. "Hey, are you okay?" he asked. I sighed and told him the whole story about Sarah and the divorce. I told him how lost I felt and how I didn't know how to move forward. Sam listened and then smiled. "I've been there, man, but listen, you can't let this bring you down. You have to pick yourself up and move on." "How?" I asked. "I don't even know where to begin." Sam leaned back and said, "You start by focusing on yourself. Change your look, get confident, and get back out there. I can help you." I wasn't sure at first. How could changing my look help me feel better? But Sam seemed confident, and I had nothing to lose. So, I agreed. The next day, Sam took me shopping. He said my clothes were too old and boring. You need something fresh, something that makes you feel good. We walked through the mall, and Sam helped me pick out new shirts, pants, shoes, and even a jacket. At first, I felt weird in the new clothes. I wasn't used to dressing like this, but Sam said, "Trust me, you look great. You'll feel more confident." Then, he showed me how to style my hair. People notice how you present yourself. Sam said, "If you look confident, you will feel confident." I didn't believe him at first, but slowly I started to see it. When I looked in the mirror, I looked like a new person. Maybe this was the first step to feeling better. Changing my clothes was the easy part. The harder part was learning how to talk to people again. Sam told me that I needed to practice talking to new people. You need to know how to start conversations, how to make people feel comfortable, he said. So, he took me to the park, where a lot of people were hanging out. Sam walked up to random people, started talking, and made them laugh. He made it look so easy. He didn't get nervous like I did. When it was my turn, I was really scared. "What if I say something wrong?" I asked. Sam smiled and said, "Don't worry. Just be yourself. Be honest. People like it when you're real." At first, it didn't go so well. I was nervous, and my words came out wrong. But Sam kept pushing me to try again. Little by little, I started getting better. I learned how to ask simple questions, how to listen, and how to keep a conversation going. One afternoon, after practicing with Sam for a while, I decided to go to a new cafe by myself. I ordered my coffee and sat by the window, watching the people pass by. Then, a woman sat at the table next to me. She had a kind smile and seemed friendly. Her name was Emily. We started talking about the cafe and how nice it was. Then, the conversation moved to life, family, and everything in between. Emily told me that she had recently moved to the city. She was starting a new job and was also trying to figure things out in her life. She understood what it felt like to start over. It felt easy talking to her. I didn't have to pretend. I didn't have to be someone else. As we talked more, I realized that I liked Emily. She was different. She was kind and fun to be around. I didn't know what it was, but I wanted to see her again. Over the next few weeks, Emily and I started seeing each other more often. We went for walks in the park, had dinner at small restaurants, and just talked. We talked about everything: work, family, and our dreams for the future. I was starting to feel happy again. I hadn't felt this way in a long time. Emily made me feel comfortable. She made me feel like I could be myself. And the more time we spent together, the more I liked her. But there was still a part of me that wasn't sure. I had just gone through a divorce. Was I ready for something new? Was I ready to let go of the past and move on? One day, I told Sam about my feelings for Emily. I like her, I said, but I'm scared. What if I'm not ready? What if I still have feelings for Sarah? Sam looked at me seriously. Tom, you can't hold on to the past forever. You need to let go. Sarah is a part of your life, but she's not your future. Emily could be someone special, but you'll never know if you don't try. I knew Sam was right. I had been holding on to the past for too long. I was afraid of getting hurt again. But if I didn't try, I would never know what could happen with Emily. Just when everything seemed to be going well, something happened. Emily and I had planned to meet for dinner at a new restaurant. I was excited to see her, but when I got there, she wasn't there. I waited for an hour, but Emily never showed up. I started to feel worried. Did I do something wrong? Did she change her mind about me? I texted her, but there was no reply. I didn't know what to think. I thought maybe it was over, and I felt sad. I had really started to like Emily, and now it felt like it was slipping away. The next day, Emily finally called me. She apologized and explained that she had a family emergency. She had to leave the city suddenly, and that's why she missed dinner. I felt so relieved. It was just a misunderstanding. After the misunderstanding, I knew I had to tell Emily how I felt. We met for coffee again, and I told her everything. I like you, I said. I didn't know it at first, but now I do. I want to keep seeing you. Emily smiled. She felt the same way. We laughed about the mix-up with the dinner plans. It felt good to clear the air and start fresh. From that moment on, things between us grew stronger. We didn't rush anything. We took our time, getting to know each other more and more. Every day, I liked her more. One day, out of nowhere, I got a call from Sarah, my ex-wife. She wanted to meet for coffee. I wasn't sure if it was a good idea, but I agreed. We met at a small cafe, and it felt strange seeing her again. After all this time, we talked about our lives, about what went wrong in our marriage. But this time, I didn't feel sad or angry. I felt free. I realized that I had finally let go of the past. I'd moved on. I wasn't the same person anymore. I told Sarah about Emily, and she was happy for me. We both wished each other the best, and then we said goodbye. With Sarah now behind me, I felt even more connected to Emily. We continued to spend time together, exploring the city, going to parks, and trying new things. I was happier than I had been in a long time. Emily and I didn't talk about the future too much. We were just enjoying the present. Every moment with her felt special. I didn't need to be anyone else. With Emily, I could just be me. I wasn't sure what the future would hold, but for the first time in a long time, I felt ready for it. Looking back, I can see how much I have grown. The divorce was one of the hardest things I've ever been through, but it also helped me become a stronger person. I learned to let go of the past, to focus on myself, and to open my heart again. Now, I have a new life with Emily, and am excited to see where it goes. Maybe love isn't about finding the perfect person. Maybe it's about finding someone who makes you feel comfortable, happy, and understood. I'm grateful for the journey, even though it was tough, and most of all, I'm ready for whatever comes next. If you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.